Alright, want to start the video by saying call Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of Will. And shalom to your brothers that are preaching and teaching truth worldwide. And your brother Kaya come back with another quick lesson through the spirit power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. Turn this TV down. Battery sticky. Alright, so got this video dealing with this disease X. This, been hearing a lot of information about it. Esau Edom, he's the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks on. And this devil hits you from all kinds of fronts. A disease X, got the war front, but ultimately, that's Yahweh Shema Shah. Hitting Israel from every front. Some are gonna have to die by the sword. As a matter of fact, let me get a quick scripture. I wasn't even finna get this scripture, but let's go right here. 2 Ezra 15. Was it verse 5, I think? Yeah, 2 Ezra 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So, the Lord already has it set up. 2/3 got to die by the sword, famine, death, and destruction. But first, he said, I will bring plagues upon the world. So, disease X, through spirit, that it's going to be a plague upon the world, just like CV-19 was a plague upon the world. So Lord has a lot of ways for Israel. The Lord going to take out 2/3 of his own people. Now we understand the heathens will give a damn about the heathens. Ultimately, this message is for the elect. Because 2/3 they're not of the elect. So ultimately this message, it's to reach the ears of the hopeful elect, which are the elect of Yahweh Shema Shah. So that's what we do this lesson, because 2/3 they don't see this as valuable information. The thing, in this Esau Edom kingdom, you guys, they call stuff, valuable information. They don't deem this as valuable. They deem, if I give, brother, if you go apply for the job over off of First Street, they give him $40 an hour. To a regular person in the world, they would deem me giving them inside information on a job where they make $40 an hour as valuable information. But when they hear these lessons speaking about disease X, they don't deem that as valuable information. They think it's a conspiracy. Well, if I tell them a job that's paying a lot of money an hour, hey man, thank you, man. The Lord works in mysterious ways. That's what they'll be saying to me. Thank you, the Lord, works in, which that's true. The Lord does work in mysterious ways. That is true. That is true. But this is a mysterious way right here. The way that the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah can take information that's rarely available for the whole world to hear and able to filter through the scriptures. That is a mysterious way. The only men of Yahweh Shema Shah, the Lord put the spirit on them to see it. So the Lord has anointed you, what they call the eyesight, give you the spiritual eyesight, so that you can see what's actually transpiring around the world. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this real quick.
So-called health experts at Davos 2024 are now prioritizing Disease X, the final solution to solidify New World Order domination. How did we get here? Disease X is lab-driven from the outset. Decades of researching human genes in mice and other animals and the discovery of ancient diseases have resulted in the World Economic Forum nonchalantly predicting that disease X with a 100% kill rate could spread across the world in as little as 36 hours, killing upwards of 80 million people. Research has been ongoing at the UK's high-security, state-of-the-art facility in Porton Down, where a threat list grows of animal viruses capable of infecting humans. Meanwhile, the United States Congress is pushing the bioresearch bill H.R. 3832 to further U.S. labs' research of disease X.
Right here. This is what you're saying. This is the bill. You can go and look. You can Google it yourself. HR Bill 3832. This is from the 118th Congress, Disease X Act of 2023. Dude ain't just pulling information out the ass. You can go look it up yourself. So it was introduced. Right now, it's in the introduce phase. You read right here. You go from introduce, passed by the House, passed by the Senate, to President, then it will become a law if it goes through all these steps. But right now, it's in the introduction phase. So it's on the dockets where the House will take a look at it. Then if it passes there, then it will go to the Senate. Then if it passes the Senate and the House, then it will go to the President. If the president is okay with it, he doesn't veto it, then it will become a law. That's just, the steps of how stuff becomes laws. So back here, so that HR 3832, it is a legitimate bill on the docket. And this was sponsored by Representative Lori Trahan, a Democrat out of Massachusetts. When was it introduced? May 6th of 2023. Oh, June 5th. It's like it. So I know some dates you read it, the middle part, the day would be first, but this one looks like they got the month for June 5th.
Disease X represents far more than a pandemic of untold mass death. Disease X allows the pharma billionaires behind it to become trillionaires.
Now, Disease X, I've been teaching this sort of thing pretty well full-time since 1990.
Hold on, this dude here popped up on my timeline right here. Matter of fact, yeah, disease Dr. John Campbell. I may have to check him out. But yeah, he popped up on my timeline, that guy right there. Say he been teaching this for a minute.
And I'd never heard of this Disease X, so I looked at some of my books. Because when I wrote my book, I couldn't remember putting it in, so it wasn't in there. But so it must be a new disease. It's a virus we don't know yet, but we do.
Here it is. He said it's a new disease. So yeah, through spirit, I'm gonna have to check old boy video out.
You know, it's out there. But the video I was doing yesterday was examining a particular virus that was experimentally used to infect mice, caused a disease of the brain. And at the end of the study, none of the mice at the end of the study were alive anymore. And that virus, my understanding from reading of the paper, was it evolved in cell cultures in a laboratory. So as a result of going through cell cultures in a laboratory, the function of the virus had been increased.
So is the next pandemic really preventable?
While simultaneously allowing the World Health Organization's pandemic treaty to reach into sovereign nations and bypass their governments, a policy-shifting Trojan horse that was rehearsed at the Clade X tabletop exercise by the Johns Hopkins Center in Washington, D.C. in 2018.
The World Health Organization estimates that 150 million people have died. That's approximately 2% of the global population. In the U.S., there have been an estimated 82 million severe cases and 15 million deaths. At least 5 million Clade X deaths happened because adequate medical care wasn't available. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 90%. The GDP down 50%. It was only by nationalizing the healthcare system that basic medical care is still available. The government now pays for, controls, and rations all medical care. The president remains in critical condition, and while the vice president is out of intensive care, he remains unable to assume his constitutional duties. 1/3 of the U.S. Congress is dead or incapacitated. What if years? Experts tell us that we could eventually see 30 to 40 million deaths in the U.S. and more than 900 million around the world, 12% of the global population.
As the expose reported, Playdex is said to have illustrated high-level strategic decisions and policies needed to prevent a severe pandemic or diminish its consequences should prevention fail, and will educate senior leaders at the highest levels of U.S. government as well as members of the global policy and preparedness community and the general public. Disease X is coming, but it isn't some chaotic pandemic we must manage. It is a genocidal kill weapon agreed upon by the worst members of humanity.
So you seen it. Hey, this devil, if you notice, that was like said playing CDC director. So they acting this out. I'm gonna back it up. See right here?
Prevention fail and will educate senior leaders
Says
at the highest level
HS Secretary
of U.S. government as well as members of the global policy and
CDC
preparedness
director.
community.
So they are already, hey, they acting this out. They simulating it. These different people are playing the CDC director. Since this is all playing, hey, the world is a stage. Why are you playing this type of game if you're not trying to institute it? That's why we're supposed to, warn our people, warn Israel, blow the trumpet in Zion. So right here, read this again. 2 Ezra 15 verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. So that disease X would be a plague upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. So this devil Esau Edom, he's out there got people playing these different roles. To do what? Ultimately bring that plague upon the world, which the Lord is already written. 2 Ezra 15 verse 4. For all the unfaithful, as a matter of fact. 2 Ezra 15 verse, man, I gotta read it from the top. 2 Ezra 15, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. So ultimately, these are the words of prophecy. Esau Edom, so-called white man, his scientists, creating these different diseases and laboratories, they ultimately doing this to fulfill the prophecies of Yahweh Shemashah. There must be, it's got to be plagues upon the world, whether organic or inorganic. How do we know that? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of thee trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if our people don't believe in the words of the Lord, they're just going to die in their unfaithfulness. When we tell them that this devil is in the lab cooking diseases up, and we bring this information out, show them these clips of videos, show them this scientist that has been working on this and he doesn't know about this particular one. So, ultimately, they're just going to die in their unfaithfulness. They're going to get caught up in it. They're not going to have the hedge of protection around them. They're not, because the Lord is not going to protect them during that time frame. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, a sword, famine, death, and destruction. So all this the Lord is going to bring upon the world. You got this damn devil in the lab cooking something up. He in that crock pot, fixing a brewing something up for the whole world. A lot of you jakes going to get caught up in it. So right here, I'm going to get this Ezekiel 33. Ezekiel 33 started from the top. again the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring a sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman, if he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. So that's what our job is to do. Is to warn Israel. This devil is up to no good, doing what he normally does. Dr. Frankenstein cooking up a new disease, a new pandemic for the whole world. And the news clip said that this particular disease could get around the world, in 36 hours. Well, I think it was like 100% kill rate. Hey, this devil, hey, that's wild to think about something that could get around the world in 36 hours. Now, you got to think about that. Like, I'm not in contact with, on a day-to-day basis, with someone that's from India. So let's say it started in India. How in the hell is it getting here to where I'm at in Nashville in 36 hours? Like, I don't even understand it. I don't even understand it. I understand the wind is blowing, but I don't see how they can get here in 36 hours. It's mind-boggling. That something that can start on the other end of the world can get to wherever you at in 36 hours. I can't even drive to California. I'm in the United States. I cannot get in my car and drive to California in 36 hours. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Nashville, Tennessee. Drive. Los Angeles. All right, so it's saying for me to drive where I'm at, 29 hours. I can't drive that myself nonstop. I gotta take sleep. But by car, if basically someone would have to be driving and I'm driving. So for me from Nashville, it's 29 hours to get all the way to LA. 29 freaking hours. That's by car. And they saying that this disease can get around the world in freaking 36 hours. That's crazy, man. It's wild. That is wild. But yeah, man. Hey, our job is to blow the trumpet in Zion, warn the people, let our people, let Israel know what's going on around the world. So this devil, he's in the lab once again, cooking it up. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Till next time, shalom and a Bible ball.